Just a reminder, you can sign up for my website directly on the website or via Etsy. You can also trial it first, so I have a few free lessons going over some of the basics, hiragana, some kanji, just explaining everything you need to start learning Japanese. And then from then on, we have a few paid lessons just to help support me and the time spent making all of these lessons. I created my own curriculum because I sometimes don't really like how a lot of the textbooks explain things. I think they make things really, really complicated, and I think they make very easy things harder by using a lot of jargon. If you sign up to the website courses, you can find this week's or this chapter's word list, as well as a few games to help you learn the words, some extra notes and some writing sheets. What is this? Oh, some flashcards. I actually forgot I made these. And I also have an audio feature on some of the lessons where I'm basically looking for songs that include word list words or grammar points that we do in lessons so that you can listen to music and hopefully learn a bit. This is class 7 of Pocket Nihongo, and we're going to be doing counting to 1000 and when. Every lesson comes with a word list and a kanji list, which you can find on my website, Pocket Japanese. Okay, counting to 1000. So counting to 1000 is similar to English. So the process for counting to 1000 is similar to English. For example, 200 is 2 and 100. Ni, 2, hyaku, 100. Ni, hyaku, 200. However, there's a few rules to learn. Firstly, 100 is hyaku, not ichihyaku. 300 is sanbyaku, not sanhyaku. 300, when we're counting, at least with with hundreds and thousands, it changes. So that's kind of something you can maybe keep in mind. 300 changes in the hundreds, and it changes in the thousands. San, sen, not san, sen. So yeah. 600 is 600, not 600. 800 is 800, not 800. 1000 is 1000, not 1000. So particularly with 6 and 8, you can remember that these ones are exceptions because 800 and 600 really do not flow well. They're a bit of a tongue twister, actually. For 400 and 700, we are still using yon and nana. And like in English, and let me go back. When I say we are still using yon and nana, whenever we are counting, we're going to be using yon and nana. Like in English, you work your way from the biggest to the smallest number. So for example, 794, 794, 700, 700, 90, 94, 794. The word order is the same as English, however they don't use and in between 100 and tens. If you're struggling, or if you can use the chart below, if you're struggling with order, simply go from left to right. For example, 385 would be 380, so I've animated it already. 300, this row here. 80, this row here in the tens, and 5 in the noughts, the digits. So for example, if I wanted to say 152, I can look at the hundreds, 100. I can look at the tens, 50. I can look at the, what did I say? 3? I can look at the digits, 3, 153. Okay, finally let's go over the numbers counting to 1000 in hundreds. So first we have 100, not 100, just 100. Second, 200, 200. Thirdly, 300, 300. Fourthly, 400, 400. Remember, when we're counting, we use yon and nana. 500, 500. 600, 600. Saying 600 is, 600. 700, 700. 800, 800. Again, 800 is quite a mouthful to say. 800, 900, 900, and 1000 is sen. And if you are on my website, you can play some games, listening to audio and typing in the digits. Okay, so now let's look at saying when. And our example sentence this time is 誕生日はいつですか? So when is your, in assumption here, birthday. At the beginning of every class, we have a little revision. I'm not going to go through all of the numbers with you, but let's have a very quick look at 190. So we're going to start with the biggest number in this, or in the same order as English, 100, 100, and then 9, 10, 90, 100, 100, 90, 90. Okay, we can ask somebody's birthday using the sentence structure learned in the last chapter. あなたの誕生日はいつですか? So, when is your birthday? At the front, we have the subject, your birthday, and then after we have the question, when is it? As for your birthday, when is it? Event はいつですか? That's the kind of target grammar we have here. In English, we put the question word first. As Nihongo and Eigo both typically start with the subject, it's very tempting to assume the sentence should start with the question word. However, English is the culprit in this situation and does not start its question sentences with the subject. Japanese maintains its typical sentence structuring of subject, object, verb. So let's look at an example dialogue. We have Taya and she's asking Mika when Japanese class is. So, Mika-chan, 日本語のクラスはいつですか? So, Mika, it's got the attachment of chan, suggesting that they are friends. 日本語のクラス. In Japanese, they like to put a no in between nouns. So, when you have a noun describing another noun, it's really common to see a no in between there. It's what type of class it is. It's a Japanese class. That is this description of the class. So we have Nihongo no kurasu. And then wa, so as for Japanese class, itsu desu ka? When is it? As for Japanese class, when is it? And then we have Mika saying, Nihongo no kurasu wa 2時 desu. So as for Japanese class, Nihongo no kurasu wa, as for Japanese class, it's at 2 o'clock, it is. I then have a little game on here. It says choose the most appropriate answer. That is because you could technically say, like, in some cases, either answer makes sense, but there's an appropriate answer for all of them. So, for example, 彼は何歳ですか? If you get it right, it'll go green. If you get it wrong, it goes red. And then we have a little translate the following. If you want the answer, you can press 英語. And if you can't read the kanji, you can click on them and you can get their, in this case, romaji. And that is all for this lesson. And thank you for listening today. I hope it helped. And yes, see you next time.